It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. A date on Super Bowl Sunday awaits one of these teams as we begin the NFC Championship game. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. Delivered to the sideline. Smith and Jigba brings it in. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Smith on first down. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And again, it's Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Connects with fans. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
An extra corner into the game for the Panthers. 3rd down. From the gun, Smith. Walker hauls it in. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. We come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
First down from the red zone. He's got it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They have it 1st and goal, an early lead available here in the postseason. And he's across for the touchdown, and that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. He's contained at the line for no gain. Leonard Williams applying the hit there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Defense shows blitz. Young. Gosh, this is Xavier Leggett. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Finds him over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Wangu on the catch. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. Throw reeled in by Thomas.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Young on the play action. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. They're going for it, Young. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Jerome Baker has it. And the Seahawks will take the interception back across midfield before they finally track him down.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the...
He's got it deep downfield. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks take a 13-0 lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks drive out to an early 14-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
A second down throw for Young. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Out of the gun, Young. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. We're one quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's a two-score game early. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They got this after forcing a punt at the end of one. Metcalf's got it, complete. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Smith. He lets a heater go deep, middle, brought in, inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks take a 20-zip lead. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Reek Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks get it back after making their third first-half interception.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Into the hands of Tyler Lockett. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st down, Smith to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Broke through the tackle. And the Panthers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he'll get it up to the 27. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
To the air on 1st down, Young. That's completed right side. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. They'll run here from the gun. Still going past the 40. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Rayshawn Jenkins makes the play. And the Seahawks get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away.
It's complete. Oh, my. They left him wide open downfield. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks were running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. Tyler Lockett, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find payday.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Into traffic, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Young on 1st and 10. That pass caught by Wangu. Still fighting forward. Runs in, touchdown Carolina. The Panthers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. And the kick is good. And the Panthers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
To kick off for the Panthers.
Mevis ready to send this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
They're on the 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith escapes the pocket. Into the hands of Walker. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. It's the Seahawks, who only need a couple on 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap to Smith. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. And again, it's Smith. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he officially gets them into the red zone before going out at the 20. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset? A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Pass complete to Walker. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 1st and goal.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Walker. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Seahawks boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. They're going for this. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Rayshawn Jenkins makes the play. And the Seahawks have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the sticks. Pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. It's Smith. He's loaded another one up. Big gain downfield. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make it impact later.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks get more points to end a lopsided first half. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks continue piling on to this lead. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. First and 10 from the 41. Looking to throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face 2nd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the 3rd quarter. Has this at the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
He was looking Xavier Leggette's way there. So it's second down coming up. Back to throw. Here's Young. Legette's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Running back sent in motion. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Oh, he loses the football. And the Seahawks pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Connects with Fant. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks a little short of that 35. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Walker now from the gun. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Cut by Lockett. 16 yards on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Smith setting the throw. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. Panthers pick this one up. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return.
You know, Kate, that is just an awesome job by the defense. We talk about it all the time, pursuit and effort, pursuit and effort. Pursue, and they rip the football away, and then the effort for the big return on the fumble sets that offense up in primo.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. Chased out to his right. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Young working from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for it, Young. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He's on the move. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, Smith to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Walker hauls it in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up 2nd down. Man in motion out of the slot. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Smith. Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he takes this one in for a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. The touchdown. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks tack on 7 more to their lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Young on the play action. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Young. Launches one deep downfield. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field. That's
caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Sticking to the air, it's Young. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. Seahawks take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Looking to throw, Smith. On the move, headed right. On the run right. He's got it deep downfield. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point.
He's throwing for it! And he's got it. They certainly weren't hurting for points, but hey, why not add 2 more onto the massive lead they've got? On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Wangu now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's complete to Leggett. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Just a quarter left before one of the... A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. From the pistol, it's Young. Buys time, rolling right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Xavier Leggett, the target on that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
It's the combine. You'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.